Hunts and Hot Wheels collectors. As you can see, I have all of the 2020 Super Treasure Hunts loose for us to look at today. And so we are going to look at these one at a time, close up. Let's get to it. First up for the 2020 Super Treasure Hunts is the Nissan Skyline GTR R32. This guy is in a Spectraflame black with gold tampos, real rider tires, gold 6-spoke wheels, and here's the 25th logo right there on the back. Focus. All right, there we go. It's got back details, no front details, but it looks all right. Not one of my favorite castings. I'm sure I'll get a lot of negative feedback for that, but it looks pretty good. So with this, 2020 was off to a great start. The second Super Treasure Hunt to come out was the Ford GT40. This guy is in Gulf colors with Gulf deco. Number 8, there's the 25th Super Treasure Hunt logo with some other sponsor decals. No rear detail. It does have headlights, which is fine. And this is probably my favorite casting for the Super Treasure Hunt for the year. I like the GT40. I like it a lot, and I was really stoked when this came out. Orange 5-spoke rims with chrome lips, and you've got your real rider tires. All of these are plastic based, by the way. The C case is the Jeepster Commando. This is in a Spectraflame Aqua. 25th anniversary logo on the side and on the hood. The hood deco was exclusive to the Super Treasure Hunt. The main line did not have that. And we've got these great 1552 type wheels with the 8 holes and the bead locks for the off-road for this Jeep, with the motorcycle on the back, and looks really good as well. Overall, this was a really strong year for Super Treasure Hunts. None of them were fantasy castings whatsoever. They were all licensed vehicles. I don't know if they did that especially for the 25th anniversary, that they went with all realistic cars, licensed vehicles, or if it's something that we're going to see in the future, that more Super Treasure Hunts are going to be licensed and very, very, very few unlicensed castings. The D case is this Porsche 918 Spyder. So this one was interesting, and it showed some changes to come for Super Treasure Hunts this year. So the main line had deco, the tampo on the engine cover, and this one does not. It has the additional stripes on the side, and it has the 25th anniversary Super Treasure Hunt logo right there. Front headlights, good. No rear detail. It's got these lace wheel real rider tires, so that also looks really good in this dark blue Spectraflame. This turned out really, really nice. It's a good looking Super Treasure Hunt. The E case is probably the one that most people would put at the bottom of the list for 2020. Is the Honda CRX. This one is in a pearl white. I guess they're trying to put this off as a Spectraflame white, but it's really just a pearl white. It's not like the Spectraflame that we had on the Honda Civic EF last year. This one has black side detail where the main line was blue. We've got the 25th Super Treasure Hunt logo right there, and it's got red 4-spoke wheels. It's got the rear details, which is nice. No front details, but pretty simple. This one would be really easy to overlook if you weren't paying attention at the pegs. F case is the Mazda RX-7 in Spectraflame Orange. This one is up there on the list of the best Super Treasure Hunts for the year. This has the additional 25th anniversary logo on the hood. The main line did not have the number 7 on the roof, but it has the cool Argyle type deco on the front. It's got the Aero Real Riders, which I think looks good on this casting. And I like this casting. This is one that I'm trying to complete all of the different versions of. So that was nice to see this as a Super Treasure Hunt this year. The G case threw everyone for a loop. The main line is white with red striping. This one is the dark blue that we saw on the Porsche with white striping. And it's got the GT Real Riders with the blue lip. The headlights are part of the window piece. It's got the front grille detail, and it's got the rear taillights. And this is also for the 50th anniversary of the Nissan GTR. So it got a really nice premium treatment, and it looks really good. This is probably, I'm not a big, huge GTR fan, but I really like the way that this one turned out, and this is one of my top Super Treasure Hunts for the year. The H case is going to be the Audi Quattro. This is definitely cool. I love the Spectraflame red. This one really sings. You've got to see this one in person, and you really need to be able to see it loose out of the package because that red is beautiful. This has the white 5-spoke star rims, also known as the exotic Real Riders in white, which is nice. Got front and rear details. There's your 25th logo in the back. And this just looks really, really nice. I'm excited for it to come out in the Thrill Climbers with the Group B Rally deco on it, but seeing it in this plain street version as a Super Treasure Hunt, this is in my top 3 for sure. Next, we've got the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. This is going to be in the J case. The Mattel doesn't do I case because it looks too much like a 1 on the side of the box, so this is the J case. The main line of this has a really nice light blue, almost a color shift paint job. This is Spectraflame Aqua again with some orange details. So even though it's aqua and orange, it is not Gulf. It has the 5-spoke exotic Real Riders. There's your 25th anniversary Treasure Hunt logo there on the back. And this turned out really, really nice. It's not one of my favorite Lamborghini castings, but once you get this in person. And then I watched a video with Richard Hammond off of Top Gear drive one of these, and it gave me a little bit more respect for the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. I just think that it's not the prettiest Lamborghini. It does have front detail with the Lamborghini emblem on it. It's got some top detail where you've got these kind of air inlets for the engine, but no taillight detail, which would have been nice. K case is the 57 Chevy. This casting's been around for a really long time. in this Spectraflame Magenta. It looks really, really nice. It's got the Hot Wheels Rod Squad, and then it's got some kind of rust detail. There's some extra deco on the top that wasn't on the main line. Main line is in a hot pink. This is more Spectraflame Magenta. It's got the Steely Real Riders in yellow with chrome lip. No front details, no rear details. Everything is on the side and on the top. But with this casting, I think it looks pretty good. Definitely a winner this year. Here's another one that's probably going to be on the bottom of the list for a lot of people. This is the L case. This is the 69 Chevy Custom Pickup. Now Mattel shrunk this casting by 20%. They changed it up to make less metal in the body, and so they changed the base. But not only did they change the base to put more plastic in the base and less metal in the body, they shrunk it down. So if you compare this to other previous versions, it is much, much smaller. And I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed by this being shrunk down. I mean, if we look at this next to the 57 Chevy, it is tiny. Look at that. Tiny. Tiny, tiny. So that's kind of a bummer. Otherwise, the deco is nice. It's got this additional deco on the top that wasn't on the main line. The Spectraflame green is really pretty. It's got 5-spoke Real Riders with the yellow lip. 25th anniversary deco is here on the bottom of the door. No headlights, so there's no reason for front detail, and there's no real tail lights, so no reason for a rear detail. So, wish it would have been bigger. Hopefully they'll bring back the bigger casting. The M case is going to be the 65 Ford Galaxy. This is an amazing super treasure hunt, in my opinion. My personal opinion, Spectraflame Black, green flames. It's got that kind of vintage racing look to it. Green GT wheels. They almost look like Watanabe wheels, but that 70s GT racer. What would they be called? I can't think of it right now. But the wheels that you'd see on the 70s type cars are Trans Am wheels. There's no rear deco, there's no front deco, which would have been nice if the front had at least the shapes of headlights in there. But since it's more like a stock car kind of vibe to it, usually those headlights were taken out and replaced with a solid panel anyway, so it kind of works. There's a lot of plastic on the roll cage in there, but it's okay. I love the Spectraflame Black. It's probably one of the most unique colors that there are out there, and definitely one that I really, really like. Some people might poo-poo on the green windows, but with the overall color scheme, it doesn't really bother me. N case, one of my top 3 super treasure hunts for the year. The Dodge Challenger Demon in a Spectraflame yellow, Spectraflame gold. There are color variations on this from kind of light to pretty dark. Here's your 25th anniversary deco. The Jegs is the main sponsor on here. Then you've got a bunch of other sponsor logos on here, all of them licensed, which looks really good. No front detail, no rear detail. They do have pretty good detail in the casting, so it's not completely plain. And then the black stripes across the top. You've got some 5-spoke Real Riders with big fat tires in the back, and then more low profile skinny tires in the front. So it makes it look much more like the Demon does, and that this would be ready to go down a drag strip. Definitely one of my top 3 for the year. We skip O, it looks too much like a 0, so we go to P case. P case is the Pagani Huayra Roadster in green. Now this car is kind of a wild car to begin with, and I was kind of skeptical to see it in a bright kind of lime green, but I think it works. Not one of my favorite cars in the world. Definitely is a kind of a weird color, but it's not too bad. It's kind of like an apple green, Spectre Flame. We've got the GT Real Riders in gray, which are a little plain for this. Maybe chrome would have been a little nicer. It's got black stripes across the top. The 25th anniversary logo is here on the back. So when this is in the package, it's going to be a little bit difficult to see. You'll have to really look for it because it's on that back edge, and it's not real prominent. It's almost hard to see it on the camera here, but it's right there. This does have taillights, has headlights, which looks really good. We always like it when we've got all that detail. Makes it look more like a premium model, even though it's plastic based. That's your P case. And the final one for the year, for the Q case, is going to be the 64 Chevelle. This is in a Magnus Walker Urban Outlaw livery, which he's known for his Porsches, so for it to be on this Chevelle looks kind of unusual, but it works. There's your 25th anniversary logo on the rear quarter panel underneath the big Urban Outlaw billboard. Hot Wheels, Magnus Walker, in a light Spectre Flame Aqua or a light blue. We've got big tires in the back, small tires in the front. It's got those Trans Am Series racing type wheels. The red lip, which looks pretty good, set off against the Aqua Spectre Flame paint. Chrome interior to have chrome engine sticking out of the hood, and chrome front and rear for the bumpers. No other front or rear detail, which isn't terrible on this casting since it does have the color break, but I almost would have liked to have seen those more body color with some headlights and taillights, but we don't have it. So still, like I said, I think my favorite casting for the year for Super Treasure Hunts is probably going to be the Ford GT40, and I just think they did just a stellar job. It's not quite as nice as the RLC Golf version that they came out with a couple years ago, but definitely if you don't have that one, it's almost cost prohibitive to get it these days, so this is definitely a nice substitute for the Ford GT40. Thanks! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like. Make a comment which one's your favorite Super Treasure Hunt for the year. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And we'll see you next time.